managed to get himself on the inside, but he's caught up on the curve. Sean Allen, the outside special. We've had a huge crash. This can't be real. I think he might have the strong done finally. Either Warren gives him no space. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. Turn 4, he's taken out Bruce Steve as well. Oh, big moment there. Kurt Stenberg on his roof. Big crash at turn 4. That is an unfortunate huge crash. Oh, the huge wiggle. I thought he was clear. Oh, he moved on the line. He's stuck at the curb. What the? The late move, final corner, that's the death!
Hello and welcome to round 6 of the Automobilista Supercars Super 2 Championship. And as per usual, joining me in the booth is Colin Warwick. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. So hyped for this. Good to see some real stuff on the weekend, and now we get to watch it virtually as well, so it should be good.
Yeah, mate. Well, we've been missing racing, and we're finally here. It's finally arrived. We're here at Sydney Motorsport Park, and we've got 2 races here tonight, followed by another 3 for the main tomorrow night. All short shaft sprint races. Should be plenty of action. Just like the weekend.
Yeah. Should be good. I'm keen to watch tonight, and then tomorrow we get to do it ourselves, so good to be back.
It is good to be back. Seems like it's been forever since we were at the last round.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's good that we've been able to get out here. So talking about last round, I think we might have a bit of a look at last round before we delve too much into what's going on in this server, because we're in practice still at the minute. So I'm going to get that up. So as you can see, last round it was Benjamin Dahlia that took the early race lead, but there was a safety car for a big incident that we all missed. Just here, it was Wayne Kye, he didn't get off the line. And that caused a big shunt with Peter Richardson, Stenny and Steve Brko.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
It was pretty big. We missed it live and we didn't know why the safety car was out, but it makes plenty of sense looking back now. So,
it was very confusing at the time. We had no idea what was going on.
It was very confusing, we had no idea what was going on, and this prompted Steve Brko, Peter Richards and Stenny to all come into the pits, which turned out to be an interesting strategy. As we see Dodger spinning under the safety car.
Yeah, that was a big moment for Dodger there. He has a fair few of those, usually every race meeting.
He does. But this lap 1 safety car,
safety car,
I believe, the rest of the race with the strategy. Unfolding the safety car in this series this year, so Benjamin led us away. Actually, these guys know the race did actually see each other live.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race start. Got away nicely. Only made that small error.
Did make that small error, but he had the pace. They did. It's a big battle pack at the back of the field. I'm just going to go going off. This is all going all off. It's Braff and Peter Richards from their pit stop trying to fight back, and they've got Stenny and Dodger big guy with Braff, and he's got the spots done. Stenny capitalising. Very optimistic move, but he's managed to get it done without having everyone off. I think that I'm going to continue to watch it fall back, but these guys are going to be trying to get this race was actually very exciting and full of a lot of battles.
Well, they did it.
Yeah, that's a dive. Big dive from Peter Stenberg. Actually quite surprised at the amount of battling and how close the field spread was. We had closer field spread in this race than he's going to over sprint Peter Richards, who also pitted early on. Quite amazing.
Oh,
Peter
no.
Richards is off. The braking zone and Peter Richards who
it was actually it was a good race to watch.
What I want to do was a very good race. Matt's
gone.
Matt's gone. He's around, made errors. And he's been having some technical difficulties. That was really the story of the race. Being able to sort them.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, you know, haven't done
and Brapp's off
big
the road.
runs on tyres.
And he's round and he's hit Matt's slightly.
So the tyre wear definitely came into effect.
It's all going off the back of it, definitely did.
Caught them out a bit, I think, because
Believe it or not, guess
yeah, a lot
what?
of them,
Wayne
as you
Carr,
say, another spinner.
replay. There's a lot of spinners in the Wayne Carr once again. Yeah. Just one
So during the week,
was so small.
yeah, because during the week, a lot of these guys would do
Come in
like
here
6
and
lap runs.
how early.
This race, I believe, was like 32 laps, maybe even longer.
35, I think. So
Yeah,
just
35.
noticed that Stenny versus Wayne Carr, and I look to watch this battle. Stenny and
So do
Carr
I.
in battle
Yeah,
because
this was
these
interesting.
two do not like one another. Oh!
Oh, and
Didn't
yeah,
do too
I
well
can
for
see
Carr,
why.
but I can see why too.
Carr's car was off the road. That'll be a visit to the steward's room.
That will be a visit to the steward's room. There from Peter Stenberg. That's your old man Steve. Whether he his braking marker there or whether he's got into him, but he's definitely got into him.
Yeah, he had a
I think Benjamin Daly is in a race leader in the started with Benjamin Daly about to start the lead, and he had a very slow lift stop and came out. As you see, he's going to be less than any Super 2 guys. Means he was behind those yellow takes for ages in, so really, then he had to come back.
It's a bit silly of them considering they would have exited the lane out of there during the time. Actually, one thing I did pick up on is that Steve Brko in second place.
Not a great rejoin either.
Oh, and he hit it early. That was very close. You'd have been disappointed, you know, being actually lost home track
Yeah,
for him and yourself.
He did have a lot of admin in the race though, so it's alright. I think he enjoyed for the most part.
Back now.
I think we now should have pictures. You see that Peter Richards and these guys have pitted really early on. So big advantage, but it's about to come on. Let's get a bit of a stock take. Steve Brko leads these guys. Let's just see Steve Brko had it. Usually, you're telling me that he's already pitted. Unfortunately, talking to him himself after the race,
I'm pretty sure he did.
We didn't know at the time. We had no idea he pitted. But he
Yeah,
I
we
think
had
he had to
to
stay
call
fuel
it.
and he's back down. Peter Richards is definitely pitted. He's in third. RSM Latino is pitted. He's fourth.
A long way to go
Brett
on
is
those
pitted,
tyres.
he's fifth.
First lap.
Ben is a very long way to go down to sixth pit stop phase. Brap is seventh here. Ben early pit stop. Really badly. He had a Tony in eighth. Pit stop, which Wayne Carr is in ninth. Really hurt his race. A bit of a shocker again. I think part of the race. True. Really a lot of fight done bad for him. Steve
Yeah, I
Warwick
thought he would have came out.
and a claim by
Probably
13th.
lead, as we see.
Yeah,
Now this was talked about earlier during the week
hit
when
it.
we reviewed this.
Yeah, those
That,
the claim bite and Dodger taking the wrong pit lane and Latino's at the inside and he's got not much to say about that. He's now up into the front.
Quite funny considering every time they leave the lane, they go from the other
behind the battle
side.
we're just watching.
Yeah.
Oh, and Steve's gone around, spinning in front of the leaders. He managed to get a battle leaders, but went on a number of laps. Replay finally cracked under the pressure and in a second just looped it in front of the leaders. We'll get a replay of
Yeah, for the leaders there, it's lucky that he completely looped it. Because if he had a stage station sideways, they might have collected him.
Yeah, he's very lucky he got out of the way.
Yeah.
He's gassed up, yeah, he's gassed up by himself, so we're watching the battle in front of there, but the leaders went past him. This was about to be the race for the race win. As it's Steve Brko actually, so we're still struggling on his tyres with 5 lap fuel. And yeah, Kye Sloggett is now at the inside of Steve Brko and he's pit stop or no pit stop. Kye Sloggett is our race leader. Nothing he can really do.
Well, there we go. It's good.
Tony battle, I'm just going to go
As
to.
you've seen from the real racing on the weekend too, made the tyres, you can get to the front.
He's got that down right, and this was Peter Richards. He continued to drop back as well.
I think Peter knows that his tyres are quite worn, so
with
no
those
point
tyres as
fighting.
well, that just continued to go off.
He could have saved under the safety
He
car.
left his save doesn't get it to go. No,
Oh,
Martino
no.
actually going around in the background, so later laps as well. Made a big mistake. Highway as well, and just watch
Yeah, I believe there was only 2 laps to go when he did that.
Yeah,
That was very
it
unfortunate.
was very unfortunate.
Oh, no.
It was going to be on in the P2, but that was Kye Sloggett who managed to win the race. Sloggett who's won that race with Steve Brko. Continues his strong run. Brett Geraedts third position.
Valiant effort from Steve Brko to go that distance.
RSM Latino it was a very valiant effort, and it was a very good strategy. I like this pit stop strategy race. It was something different for this series. Wayne Carr is that obviously as well. Steve Warwick is going to cross the line to finish 10th. Matt Cecil was quite amusing.
It was good for these guys to do that, get them ready, you know, because later on in the year, you know, we'll do our Bathurst 1000 and a lot of these guys will probably team up and
Peter Stenberg is 12th.
we'll have to practice all that stuff. So it's good to get them to do that now.
Dodger, our only retirement in that 35 lap race, which is surprising. I would have thought that there may have been more races go out considering we had a safety car in this series. Most of the guys seem to be able to keep it on the road. We'll get the championship points up and everything. Just bear with us. because we are a bit shit. So I'll get the race results up. So that's the race results as we've just been through, and it was actually a really close field spread. Like normally I've looked at I do these obviously for every race, so I see the field spread, and normally we have like a minute between the top 10. So for 40 seconds over what was effectively a 40-minute race was quite a small field spread, considering all the spins and incidents and whatnot that went on during the race.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
So I'll get the drivers' points up. So we know the results of the race, and it's still RSM Latino with a reduced lead over Tony, but Benjamin Dahlia and Brett Geraedts are definitely charging down, and Brko coming back from his miss round as well.
And Brap there.
Yeah, Brap there, he's equal with Steve, so he's had a strong run for a guy that's probably not one of the faster guys in this field, so he's been punching above his weight. And then if you go back to guys like Wayne Carr, who's had what you'd call a disappointing season from his pace, and then Matt, and I'd even say Steve Warwick has had a disappointing season based on his pace as well, and Acclaimbite's done pretty well to even make the 10.
Yeah, I agree there.
And be not that far behind guys like Steve, who have been significantly faster, but just haven't been able to capitalise on the results.
No, he's got to get his racing together.
Does have to get his racing together. Hopefully tonight's the night. And I'll have a quick look at the team points as well. Just because RSM Racing continues to lead over Stealth Penwright, but Stealth Penwright camp with Steve Warwick now departing that team, that makes the championship quite interesting. But Middle Finger Racing have charged up in the last few rounds.
Yeah, they've definitely been the team to beat the last couple of rounds, so
definitely have.
See how they go tonight.
We definitely will. So, and most of those other teams back there are single driver efforts, other than the Ford Jack Daniels Racing team, which didn't have a very good round last time out. So they'll be looking to improve as well. So anyway, we'll go and we'll have a look at the practice order. We've got 4 minutes left. So we'll just... So who have we got on track? We can look at. Well, Benjamin Dahlia is currently setting the pace, and he is half a second over RSM Latino with not long left in this practice session.
No, he's definitely setting the pace. Earlier today he did a 27, which is very quick for a Super 2 driver.
Pace. That's very fast. So I expect him to be very strong, because that is very fast times from a Super 2 guy. I mean, that's faster than some of the guys are doing in the main service. So
yeah, exactly.
Looking for a good result here, and then RSM Latino I know has done a fair bit of prep for this round, so I expect him to be strong. Steve Brko, haven't seen many laps from him during the week. He's come in the server and he's found the pace pretty quick, so he's up there, and so's your old man. He's I know he's got a bit more pace than he's shown there with the second off, but
yeah, I believe he's probably on a race run or something at the moment. I know he's got at least 8 tenths in that time, so.
One person I will mention who is struggling is Brett Geraedts. I haven't seen him do a lap time under a 30, which is quite surprising considering that he's been one of the pace setters at the last few rounds. So interesting, considering MFR were pretty much, other than Ben last round, were the clear team to beat. And yeah, it's not looking that well, but maybe he's doing a race run, getting a feel for it, and maybe we'll see something different come qualifying.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to go, he's probably hoping to find the 2 seconds he needs. Lapping around, still only 2 tenths away in the middle sector, so pretty consistent as well. It's around in the final corner. Oh, he lights it up. what he does when he gets to the line here. Yeah, 28.4, so he's consistent as well.
He's very consistent. And that's what this is going to be about in these races tonight. It is going to be about consistency. I know myself in the long run that I've done that just because you're fast over one lap at this track does not mean that you're going to be fast over a race, because you can tear these tyres off this car pretty easily around here, and they aren't, although they're not long races, they're not short races on a track that's so abrasive effectively.
Yeah, agreed. Benjamin goes slightly faster the first sector, 27.8. Turn 6. Oh, he lights it up again. He lost maybe a tenth there. Slight lock up front. Oh, he's
left
yeah,
it.
he spun the car.
I will just bring up something in the broadcast chat. Apparently that there was too much muffling because there was background commentary from the other race that was meant to be turned down, so I must have made an error myself on the video, so I apologise for that if that was hard to listen to, but yeah, I've clearly fucked up the audio level somewhere on my end.
It's fine. See Brko now. He's on a good lap here.
He's on a good lap here.
Both Steves have moved up nicely now.
They
Steve
have.
Warwick has
Steve
position
Warwick
two.
is up into P2. That is, yeah, that's a good time from Steve. Both the Steves.
I was doing a little bit with him earlier today, a bit of driver coaching. You know, he's only 2 rooms away, so yeah, sat there and got some of his braking points a bit better, and he found a little bit of time. He did try a setup that I threw at the car, but the rear rotated a bit too much for him, so he went back to his, which is probably, well,
as you can see,
as I say that, it rotated the rear, so he might be back on mine. But yeah, a lot of these guys, even with your old man, I've noticed that they don't really like the car to rotate too much.
They're not a big fan of the car rotating too much. I can talk about my old man. I mean, he's been on my setup. He's tried my setup. He told me it was shit, and he had no idea how you're meant to drive that, and that you can't get on the throttle at all, which is exactly how I want it to drive, because my car gets oversteer on corner entry, which most people would think is weird, but that's how I like it around a track like this where you want the car to turn heaps.
You need to turn. You definitely need to turn.
I can give a bit of story from that camp, from the Pleb Motorsport camp. I know that Claimbite, Dodger and Stenny are all running the same setup. It was made by a Claimbite this week, so they've done a bit of engineering. They've done quite a few laps, and the engineering's been done from a Claimbite back there, so they're cooperating. I know normally they don't necessarily cooperate, those guys, but they're cooperating to try and see if they can get a bit further up this field.
See here now, 15 minutes of qualifying. This should be interesting.
Should be interesting. It's the longest qualifying session of our 2 rounds, as we see the server go from night to daytime, which is interesting.
So skip the whole day. So.
I guess we did.
Sometimes I'd like to skip a whole day.
Sometimes
maybe a whole week.
Like to skip a whole day.
But yeah, who's your tip for pole? This should be good.
Well, I'm thinking Ben. I don't think anyone other than Ben's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Should be interesting for the rest of the rows. See where they end up.
It will be. Second place, I feel like.
Can confirm my father just went to the toilet, so.
Well, there's plenty of time in this session, so plenty of time to do all that kind of stuff.
Wants to make the car lighter.
That's the one. So
to see. It takes roughly 15 seconds to transit the pit lane from your
It
box.
is actually quite, even though it's a low speed pit lane, it's not a long pit lane here at SMP.
Nah. Well, luckily for us tomorrow night, our first qualifying session's on 5 minutes. So
Yeah, you're only, well, with us, you're only going to get the outlap, the flyer, and maybe a second flyer if you get out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, and that's it. So this guy's got a bit more time to get their best lap time in.
warming up the tyres and brakes. Approaches turn 8. Hairpin. It's into 9. Turn 10. Coming up. And 11.
So I'm actually
On to the main straight.
I'm going to go on board with
First
them.
flyer. Yeah, it's go on board.
Alright, mate. So it comes into turn 1. I'll be interested to see what he takes it in. He goes back to 5th gear like they do in real life.
Yep. May as well.
Now I'm down here hard on the brakes back to 2nd gear. Does he take the
Broke
double
at about
apex?
150.
Yeah, oh, he's trying to hug the inside.
Yeah, that's
He
interesting.
takes it as much as what I do, and he's come up here in 3rd. Big throttle reset. To 4th. Tricky corners, these ones, through here. Gotta try and hug the inside here, and then try and get it back. Get up the hill. You want to get on the throttle as soon as possible here, without it sliding. I feel like he can brake deceptively late for this corner, and he has done it pretty good. He's hit the curb. 2nd gear, and you come up here to pull for a hill. He was in 3rd then, I believe, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to
Just
second
fixes
now.
the hairpin.
93.8 middle sector. Looking like it, maybe a low 28.
Yeah.
Oh, is
He's
he?
run wide, he's made a big mistake there.
Yeah,
Cost him some
so-
time. He gets on the power, he's smoothly out of there.
Yeah, through the complex through 10 and 11.
Has a 28.6, so we'll be hoping to improve.
You have to be very precise on your throttle blip, because if you don't blip properly when you go into 2nd gear, the car can spin around.
It definitely can, so it's a tricky track in that regard. There's a lot of stuff with blipping and where you gear change, and
Yeah. It's definitely a driver's track.
it is definitely a driver's track. And I mean, one interesting thing that I can note from my own personal point of view, has been up now by 10.5.
That's track.
He's got traffic but from Dodger. Maybe Dodger will sidestep. Dodger's not going to side, or he did sort of
Oh,
try
he
and
does.
sidestep. Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh.
big.
that is big. That's unfortunate. But a point I was going to bring up is that, like, a lot of these guys I notice, and yourself and lots of other guys in the main are running the real life gear ratio, where I'm on the shorter gear ratio around here, because I find it allows me to take different gears in corners that I feel like it's more comfortable. So I am interested to know if there's anybody else who's doing what I'm doing. What I'm doing seems to be working for me. I've gone to Steve because although he's not up, he's I think he's up on his best time.
He's close too. Down the main straight. It's a good run down this straight. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to drive my race car here a few times, and as he does improve.
He does improve slightly.
The run down the straight's pretty relaxing, and then you approach a friggin' pretty scary corner at turn 1.
Yeah, well, that corner, I've seen saying it more weight. Like, there's certain corners, fast corners in sim racing don't normally feel that fast, but that corner, when you get down there, you know you're going fast, because if you make an error, you either get loose and hit the inside wall, or you understeer on the grass and it's scary as fuck. Steve's done a very good first sector here. He's pretty much matched Ben. And as we've seen, Steve Warwick's actually gone to the top while we've been
yeah, I just saw that myself.
So that's
good luck.
It's quite surprising.
Still 9 minutes to go. You know, these guys can improve, but
there is
that's
plenty
a
of
great
time
banker.
to improve in this session.
I do love this livery. It does suit
I am
the
a
car
big
lot.
fan of this livery as well. Looks really good. It's good to see Nissan out there. And he's made a big mistake there in that turn 6 complex. Keeping an eye on the times.
Yeah, the Nissan was definitely one of my favourite looking supercars.
Yeah, it was a good looking supercar with a good livery. Ben's now gone to the top again with a 28. It's 28-2. Yeah, Live Races is having a fit. That's not surprising. And Ben is now up on his time again, so. Oh,
Yeah,
he's got very loose there. I'd say he's got
found
the
the
pace.
sweet spot.
He's found the speed spot. I'd say he definitely is the pace setter here today, but it's just going to be interesting as to whether or not he's in the race.
With 8 minutes to go, if he can do a 27 here, I guarantee that'll be pole.
Yeah, 27 will probably be top 10 tomorrow night. So it's definitely definitely one of those guys who's been fast all season, but yeah, I feel like he's shown a bit of improvement over the last few rounds.
It's good to see. I mean, he started well at Adelaide.
Definitely did start well at Adelaide with 2 victories. Missed out on the pole by the tiniest margin. As he's there, he's done a 27.9, so yeah, I'm going to make a big bold call that unless he beats his own time, that's pole position here.
Yeah, I can't see anyone touching that.
I can't see anyone touching that either. As we're hearing reports the stream is choppy. I'm hoping that that's improved itself now. So, if anyone could let me know about that, that would be good. And his mate in traffic has Ben. We'll give some other people some airtime. How's Steve Warwick going? He doesn't appear to be up.
I think he's on an outlap here.
Yeah, I think he's on an outlap here. Live Races is correct and actually working. A lot of people seem to be on outlaps. So, RSM Latino in 4th. I would have expected him to be up higher. Same with Brett Geraedts, but he's been one that's struggled so far in this session. He's caught traffic.
Good to see a Falcon out there too.
It is good to see a Falcon out there. There aren't too many of them, and he's been balked massively here by Peter Stenberg.
Probably best for him to back off here or pit.
Apparently the stream is too.
He's
He's going to come into the pit, so apparently the stream is still choppy, so I will make some adjustments, see what I can fix on my end. For some reason it is reasonably choppy, so see what we can do. Get the cameras back on the car. What else going on with the computer? Yeah, we're having some technical problems.
Okay, mate, we all get those.
Where I can't change car camera view in the game. if I can rectify some of those issues.
I'll just open up live timing.
Yep, so I've got nothing in the minute. AMS looks like it's crashed, which is very strange, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's crashed now.
Yeah, it definitely has crashed, so I'm sorry about this. Technical dramas that just happen, as they do.
Just trying to get the live timing up. I can tell you there is 3 minutes 35 left in the session.
Yeah, I think I've worked out the issues behind our choppiness problem as well while this has been going on. Seemed like AMS was throwing a rod, so that would make it understandable.
I'm actually having difficulties trying to get the
Yeah, live
races
races
to work.
is being very weird tonight.
Page refresh.
So we're having some problems with lots of things, but that's not unusual, but that's this business.
It is. Hearing some noise.
Yep. I think I know why we're having choppiness issues, so
Okay, we're back in.
results, yep. We'll have pictures live on the stream in a second for everybody. And we
Okay, I
need
can
to,
see times now. Oh wow. Well, we missed that, but that's a big lap from Ben.
that is a big lap from Ben, wow, 27.7, that's main game pace, really? Ben there?
Yep. That'll probably get you into the 10.
I would say that will get you into the 10, so...
Yeah, he's got 7 10s.
The stream is still slightly choppy, but it does seem to be better than it was, so...
Yep, I think it'll just have to do.
Yep. So Steve Warwick's still in P2. I would have expected Latino to be P2 based on his time during the week, so that's a good lap there from Steve, I feel. And
Yeah.
The other Steve as well, so it looks like he's attempting another flyer.
He's got the lights on, ready to go.
Does have the lights on, ready to go.
He's not far away.
No, he's not far away to the first sector. Live races is not working for me.
Yeah, it's not like for me either. So.
Yeah, so we've got no live timing, so we're just going to have to rely on what we're seeing on our screen. What will happen when he gets to the second sector marker here?
Slight lock up. We'll
Still
see.
slightly wide off the apex, but he's 6 tenths down on Ben, but it still could be an improvement here.
It's got a pretty good exit. See what the time is.
And yeah, it's a slight improvement, but not enough for improvement and change in position.
No.
Just going to look through the field. It's Peter Richards has improved on his PB there on the final lap as well.
Yeah, it's the end of quali.
It is, so I'll go through and I'll have a bit of a look. It's Ben's got this pole easy, 7/10, so that's an absolutely huge margin.
Well, he just did a 27.9 then, so that would have still been good enough for pole.
He is going to be very hard to beat here tonight. We've got Steve Warwick in second. That's pretty impressive from him. With Brko in third and Latino in fourth. Now I'm feeling our race winners are going to come from that bunch looking at the times. With Brett Geraedts in fifth, Peter Richards in sixth, so another reasonable result from him in his second round in this series. Matt Cecil seventh, Stenny in eighth, which is not too bad. Lachlan Horan in ninth, Acclaimbite in 10th, and Dodger is P11. And that is our field. It's only a small field here, but nonetheless, hopefully it will be good racing. So we now got a short warm-up session. Might take this opportunity in this warm-up session to have a short break, so we can try and iron out any small issues, and we'll be back for the race. we're back here at Sydney Motorsport Park for round 6 of the Automobilista Supercars Championship Super 2 Series, and we've just had qualifying, and we're about to start the first of our 2 races tonight. This is a 12-lap encounter, so 4 laps shorter than the second race, so a bit more of a sprint race, but still time management's still going to be a key factor, I believe.
I believe so, yeah. I mean, Benjamin setting the pace out there. Even in warm-up, it did a 28.3, which still would have got him pole. And, yeah, if he does that and not blow the tyres off the car, it'll be very hard to beat.
He will be very hard to beat. 7/10 is it's a huge margin at any track, so all he has to do is drive half a second slower than his time and he's still going to pull away from this field. So hopefully it's a bit more interesting than that for us as viewers. But yeah, so we see them lining up on the grid.
Yep, everyone getting ready.
Everyone is getting ready. So as soon as they get going, we'll go through the starting grid.
Missing on the front row, I believe that's my old man.
Yeah, and it's your old man. There he is. He's
there he is. Lucky.
Why did that do that anyway? Benjamin Dahlia is P1 with that strong pole position. With Steve Warwick in second place. Steve Brko in third. RSM Latino in 4th position. Brett Geraedts in 5th, a bit lower than you normally see him in this field. Peter Richards in 6th. Matt Cecil is P7, with Stenny in 8th. Lachlan Horan in 9th. Planebite is P10, and Dodger rounds out our field. So I know we've talked up about Ben, but he's actually sprinted away on this this warm-up lap. He's really going hard on the warm-up lap, which is very interesting. So my biggest thing, assuming that Ben does run away with the race, is who's going to be P2, because all those guys were very close in the qualifying. So,
yeah, well, I know my old man, he does struggle a bit with the race start, so...
He does, and Steve's a notoriously strong, or Steve Brko rather, is notoriously strong in race trim, as opposed to quali as well. And then, yeah, you've got Latino, who's had a few struggles in race trim in recent rounds himself. And then, yeah, Brett Geraedts is further down in pace-wise than normal, but will the tyre deck bring him back into this? That's the question.
Well,
can only but ask questions
far
before
away.
the race, and we're going to get our answers after 12 laps. So they form up on the grid.
Revving up. Might be very close to a race start here.
Someone
there we go.
might have missed the... Just move back to that camera. Somebody must be out of their box somewhere. Looks like it's Lachlan Horan is out of his box. Or Peter Richards could possibly as well.
Yeah. Gaps.
It's a long time there.
restart and stuff. Oh,
Here we go.
here we go. Need the lights.
Green flag.
We're away.
Very good start from Steve Warwick. His initial
It is.
second part of the start wasn't very good, but which is disappointing
No,
because he had
what a
a
shame.
very good initial jump and got too much wheel spin. So it's Benjamin Dahlia that's going to lead us into turn 1, and it's on in the background between those next two cars. Steve's going very deep. Oh,
Oh, he's been hit as well.
has been hit, and Brett Geraedts is going to try and capitalise here. RSM Latino has come back as well, but Brett's gone wide.
Oh! Got
He's
out the marble.
fallen onto the marbles. And Matt Cecil's going to come up, but he's had to defend. So, bit of a lively start here to proceedings.
Very eventful start.
Very eventful start. So, Steve Warwick has managed to hold on to P2 after all that. And he's still on the back of Ben, who's hasn't sprinted away. He's had a big lead into turn 2, but
He's made an error or something there because
he has.
he's come back a lot.
Steve's come back at him. Both the Steves have come back at
Oh,
him. Oh, he's
come
under
on.
pressure and he's gone wide, and it's opened it up, and Steve Warwick's into the lead, and now Brko's side by side with Ben. So maybe this isn't going to be the race that we call.
maybe not.
Maybe
He
not.
might have an issue.
He could have an issue. We don't know. Like yeah. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Flat one.
It is that one.
11 to go.
So currently we're going to watch Latino sort of cycling at the back of Brko. Would have got balked a bit there by Ben. We'll be interested to see whether Steve Warwick can continue to sprint away here. Oh, it's on here. Steve
Oh,
Brko is going to go up the inside of... Oh, there's 3 wide!
oh, look at this.
And Ben's now... He's been
And
parcelled
Latino
through.
take.
So
Wow.
what we've called before the
Great.
race... What we've called before the race has been completely and utterly wrong. Now, our gaunt guy, who's 7/10 on pole, has dropped back to 4th in the opening laps, and he's struggling. He's must have some kind of an issue because he's struggling quite hard. He's dropped
Yeah, I noticed coming into turn 5, he was like checking the inside, but no one was there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
very
very
strange.
confused.
I am very confused as well. That you don't go from being that much faster than the field to being that far back. And look at the lead that Steve Warwick's now pulled over the field. He's got 1.5 seconds, 1.8 over the field already on lap 2.
That's good to see.
It's very good to see.
Hang on to it.
Oh, Ben's off. Ben's off
Oh,
the
he's
road
off
now.
the road. He definitely has an issue.
He definitely has something going on here. It looks like he's... I don't know if he's trying to fix something or...
Maybe he's got the wrong setup in the car or something.
It's always a
I think they're going to
possibility.
get on the grid.
It's always a possibility. It's easy to load the wrong set. Or maybe something's gone on in his rig and he's trying to fix it. Just weird to make an error where you go off the road.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating when there's something going on with your rig. And
Yeah, and you're
drive.
trying to fix it where you're trying to drive. And I mean, I've had plenty of experience at that kind of stuff, if that is what's going on, and trying to fix it while driving. But it definitely a distraction. And he's gone around and he's actually in the fence now. So, wow.
That's a big
We've
story.
put the huge commentator's curse on Ben, and I
Yeah,
feel
look,
bad for him.
We're sorry, Ben.
We're
But
sorry, Ben. We talked you up to win this race, and it's gone probably the worst it could possibly go, to be honest. So we're gonna go back to the lead now. We'll see if Ben does recover. His car's still running, so hopefully he can get back out there and get some points. He's actually
he's
DNF.
DNF.
No, he's DNF, so he's out of
Wow.
the race.
Wow.
That's race over for Benjamin Dahlia, who we called to win this by miles. So that's motor racing. But Steve Warwick now with a pretty sizable lead, although the Latino Brko battle is going to continue to liven up, I believe.
I bet Steve has got his fingers and toes crossed, hoping that Latino and other Steve battle. So he
Yeah,
can
well,
cruise a little bit.
It'd be good to see Steve Warwick get a good result. He's one that's, as I say, hasn't really had the best of races lose time in the series, but it's had strong pace and qualifying results, so I think it can piece this one together.
Well, as you know, it's our home track, so...
Is your home track? You're what?
Roughly
You're,
7 minutes away.
I was going to say about 10 minutes down the road, so... You know this place pretty well, and I'm guessing that Steve does as well. So, Brko's having a look at Latino, yeah? Oh,
that is tight.
it's tight.
This is fantastic racing from
It
these.
is good racing from these guys.
Oh,
It's now got Latino's done well to hold the outside there at Copper Hill.
yeah, that's very well
actually
done.
been really well done from Latino, and the fact they've managed to go side by side through there with no contact, it's good racing from those two guys, and Latino continues to hold the spot, but this is all music to the ears of Steve Warwick in the lead. Is now 2.6 seconds ahead, 2.4. Gap's ever changing as they do. That gap's spread out a bit. I'm just going to check through the field. So Brett Geraedts is in P4, Matt Cecil's 5th, Peter Richards in 6th. Claimbite's managed to get up to 7th, with Lachlan Horan in 8th. Stenny is in 9th, and Dodger has made an unscheduled pit stop.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
And it's now going down a lap, so that's interesting for Dodger. Not sure what's going on there.
Man,
And Lachlan Horan's in the lane as well, so
wow,
it's a
okay.
bit strange.
Maybe he didn't put enough fuel in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's interesting.
Back to these two.
Back to these two. Spread out a bit now, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
Maybe Brko used up his tyres to get to him.
potentially. It will be interesting though. Like he could have backed out of it, and so I'm going to have a go later on. Like he may have been having a bit of a go at him and going, oh, maybe I can get to the lead of this. And after that bit of battling, he's gone, nah, I'm going to just sit back here, conserve my tyres a bit, and see if I can get him later on in the race. So
Yeah.
as Lachlan
Drive-through
Moran
penalty.
goes from bad to worse with a drive-through penalty.
So he sped in pit lane. It did look like he missed the pit control line.
It did look like he missed the big control line. It is you got to brake pretty hard to get into the lane here. Would have been 40k an hour, and you're doing what, 200 when you get to it.
Yeah. I know myself, I sit on the rev limiter in 4th gear, just roll it in there and then just slam on the brakes. And the pit wall starts to get a bit close. It's been a pretty good drive from the old man here.
It has been a pretty good drive, yeah.
6 to go, hopefully he can hold on to it.
So Benjamin's posted in the chat, just giving you an update. Something wrong with the sim rig. Car was steering really slow compared to my sim wheel. Started on the grid before the formation lap. So that's why you were having to go on the formation lap, trying to work out and force feedback out the window. So that's why you were having a big dip on the formation lap, to try and see if you'd rectified the issue. So we caught it up here in the booth. We said you must have had a sim issue because you went off the road and you made a few unusual excursions, and you'd be absolutely frustrated, mate. We did give you the commentator's curse here. We said you were going to dominate this race. So you can blame us because we said you were going to dominate the race, and yeah. You've ended up the first retirement. And Steve Brko now does the fastest lap of the race, putting it out there. So maybe Steve's going to come back at Latino here. These 7 laps have actually gone relatively quickly.
They have. That was 2 turns quicker than the previous lap. Fastest lap set by Steve Warwick. So he's on pace here to reel in Latino.
Pace here. Oh, he's
runs
wide.
Picks up the dirt. I do love that corner.
I love this corner as well. I love this part of this track. I'm a big fan of this track.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people who might not know don't like fast flowing tracks, but I really like this one. I think it's one of the most underrated tracks in Australia. It gets a lot of crap, but it's a very good track. For racing and for driving. It's a driver's track, and it's also a good track for racing in general. Good passing opportunities.
It's like a medium, fast-flowing track.
Yeah, it's a flowing track, but it's sort of medium speed corners. But in a supercar, it's got enough braking zones that you can get passes done, which is what I like about it.
Plus the track's so abrasive, so the tyre wears,
Yeah.
It's up there.
And it's got some cool parts like turn 1 as well.
Yeah, I've been actually, as most people know, I've driven the race car here, but I've actually been fortunate enough to go in a supercar here. And turn 1's very cool, but the biggest thing was turn 2, the brakes.
Down into here.
It's just unbelievable in one of these cars.
It's a very heavy braking corner, and then you've got this long corner and you go back up the hill. Be a very cool track to have a hot lap in with all the loads.
Yeah, it's very fun. Definitely gain a lot of respect for the real drivers as well when you go in a hot lap for the race car, because everything comes at you a million miles an hour.
They are fast machines, that's for sure.
Gaps come down.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to note. There's a 2.9 second gap, but it's now down to 1.8 seconds, so I don't know if Steve's struggling here on his old tyres. Or maybe he's just backed it off a bit, knowing that, hoping he's got this thing in the bag and hoping that he can hang on to it.
Knowing Dad, he'll be pushing.
Oh, you reckon he'll be pushing? There you go.
Yeah.
We're hearing it. We've got it here from his lead engineer, I'm going to call you.
He'll definitely be pushing. He doesn't know how to back down.
It's a bit of a Dane Warren-like character then, doesn't know how to back off.
Yeah, we drive completely differently. Like, we've noticed that me and you actually drive very similar in race style. But yeah.
It's interesting. It's a bit like me and my old man as well. I'll say that I'm a very conservative driver in race trim, and my old man is probably the most aggressive driver that I have ever seen sim race.
The gap comes down even further.
It does. So this is really closing up. This could be a bit of a grandstand finish here. We've still got 3 laps to go, so still anybody's game.
That'll probably be checking the gaps, going, oh shit, you know.
It will be. Hopefully he doesn't panic and make a mistake here.
No, that's what I'm worried about, because the past few rounds, that's what he's done.
I've noticed as well that the Matt Cecil-Peter Richards battle for 5th and 6th is pretty close as well, so I will actually point out that Brko seems to be the fastest of this 3 as well, so not that I have live timing because it doesn't work, but if I did, that was what it would tell me, because I can see by my own eyes that that gap's closing.
A little bit of a dent at the front, so he definitely hit my old man at the start as Latino tries to break the draft.
Yeah, he does try to break the draft. I will say that Steve Brko is one of the most consistent performers in this championship. I know he's only in P5 in the points, but it's only because he missed a round. Like, he is...
To make a move. Oh, the car wriggles.
One of the guys in this field that I genuinely expect to win the championship.
Oh,
he's hit Latino. He's going to let him back, so he's going to redress that, I think. Yeah, he's redressed that.
Yep.
That's good to see, because he did give him a little bit of a bump there. So we see in the YouTube chat, Lewis Googly, how are you, mate? And he says that Boyder loves the Harbour Bridge, and I can confirm that. Oh, Steve Brko's gone down the inside, that's a big lob. So this has really let Steve Warwick off the hook here. He's
I noticed then that the engine revs are down on Brko's car, so I'd say he's not got it down another gear.
Potentially.
Yeah, this is good news for my old man. His gap's now 4 seconds to Brko.
Yeah, these guys, a little bit of contact there's really let him off the hook. He's looking on point to win the round. Very close from these guys. Will be very interesting next race with Benjamin coming through from the back, and these guys all pretty similar pace, to be honest.
Yeah, look at that last lap, 31.7 with that contact. So
yeah, and that's all she wrote. I'm interested to see who manages to get out of this in position number 2.
yeah, this has been a great battle.
Race-long battle, literally from lap 1. This has been going off.
Why these guys are at the front of the championship?
It is. I mean, Latino's our leader, and Steve Brko, other than, well, he's missed the round, he's had his drop round already, but after you do the drop rounds, he will be seriously in this championship fight.
Oh, this is close.
Oh, he's had another go down. Oh, he's into him again.
I don't know, I'd probably call that fair game.
I think he was at the B pillar, but it's hard to tell. That's one that's going to have to be going reviewed. I might actually get a replay of that, and I might see if I can get an onboard when I'm not retarded, which I am.
He was down there.
Yeah, he hit the driver's door, so he was down there. He was contact, but yeah, I'm not sure with that. I sort of think that that's sort of maybe fair game.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's
Half.
on tight. It's tight, but
I'm sure we'll review it.
probably could have given him a bit more room on the exit, but he's down there, and Latino did sort of squeeze him, so there's only so much you can do. So that's Steve Brko now up into position number 2, but I don't think he's got enough laps. He's only got the 1 lap now. This is the final lap of the race.
He's got 3 seconds to chase Steve Warwick down.
He does have 3 seconds to chase Steve Warwick down.
Big R.
Was there car control from Brko? I think there was, but I have to go and have another look at it and hit the right camera button.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear if there's any lock-up.
If he was
anything
locked
like
up
that.
or he's out of control or whatever, but yeah, very aggressive move, but
That doesn't let him get away.
he hasn't let him get away. If anything, I think these guys are
He's actually made an error there.
He has made a big error there, and this has opened it back up for Latino to have
Run
another
wide
go.
here.
Interestingly, why this is going on, they're still actually catching Steve Warwick. So Steve
Yeah,
Warwick,
So he's just pushing it down now.
He's-
Hopefully he is.
hopefully he is. We'll keep an
2
eye and
corners
see if
to go.
this changes here, but I don't think it's going to.
Might be a run to the line.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Steve Warwick. How do you feel, Cole?
Yeah,
Your
pretty
old
proud,
man,
mate.
Here he is. He's gonna win.
Pretty
He's
proud. That's cool.
P1 for
Very
Steve
cool.
Warwick in this race.
Very cool.
And it ends up with Brko and Latino 2nd and 3rd. Brett
been
Geraedts
saying-
will only race, but back in the background, Peter Richards and Matt Cecil still going on. They've been close this whole race, and
Yeah, that was a good battle too.
that's a good battle. We didn't catch much of it, but
I've been saying for a few rounds that, you know, oh man, he's definitely had the pace. Just, yeah, he just couldn't contain himself and get overexcited and make mistakes. And yeah, this time he's done it, so that's good.
he's definitely managed
Hopefully
to piece
not.
it together.
Hopefully not the last time he gets a win, but yeah.
It's good
That
to
should
see
help
that he's.
championship.
We said earlier on that he needed to. He had a lot of potential, but he hasn't had the potential to put the result together, and he's managed to put the result together tonight. So that's what you love to see.
Very cool.
We had 9 people who've managed to finish that race, with Stenny being the last one on the lead lap. So let's call our competitors across the line. So with that all said, I'm gonna call that we take a bit of a short break before this next one, because I have administrative duties to do. I'm going to be straight up honest with the stream. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes with some more action. And we're back here live at Sydney Motorsport Park. We've got another 16 lap encounter to come, and we had a very exciting 12 lap one just then. So, Colin, I believe you've spoken to the race winner in between the break, and you've got a bit of a scoop for us.
Congratulated him. Yeah, I said that there's no way he would have known how to back off. I was actually wrong. He was looking at the gaps and backing off a bit and saving the tyre, so I was actually very surprised.
Well, this is very good to hear, because it's kind of what he needed to do in that race to try and manage that win. So
yeah, so it's good.
It's a different experience leading as opposed to following. I know from my racing, so it's good to know that he was aware that backing off wasn't a bad option, and he took that option and he managed to win the race.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So I got a bit of an inside scoop as well. I know that Stenny almost ran out of fuel in that race, and I know that he was having a battle with Matt Cecil early on and went off the road. So, and that's why he was back behind the claim bite and such. So, but yeah, those guys down the back there seem to have their own fun little race. So we wait for proceedings to get underway. The 16 lap encounter. This is the same length as the main series tomorrow night, just without the compulsory pit stop. So tyre wear is the topic of this race. I have done a 17 lap run myself. I know what the tyre wear is like. I'm interested to see how these guys cope with the tyre wear.
It'll be very interesting.
Will be very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, the front right takes a massive beating around here.
Also your rears as well, like your whole right side tyres take a beating, but the front right especially, but the right rear as well. If you light that up too much around a lot of these corners, you're going to have a big problem at the end of this race.
Definitely. Speaking of race, everyone's gridding up.
They are gridding up. I'm just going to clap my eyes on it to see if the order is relatively correct. For some reason it's got Steve Warwick by himself on the front row, which is a bit unusual, but
yeah, very unusual.
Game has done the game. So we're waiting for one more car to grid up. That's Peter Richards. Hopefully he makes it out there. How do we apply for Super 2? We have a website, asc.rocksolidmates.com. If you go to that website, there is a tab called Sign Up. If you fill out the Google application there and follow the instructions and like our Facebook page, join our Discord. We'll invite you to the private Facebook group, and we'll give you rights on the Discord to download what you need to get into the server and race. So it's just as simple as filling out that sign-up form that's on the website, and yeah, applying to join the Discord and either liking the Facebook page or applying to join it. Should be a link to the Facebook page.
Looking forward to this one.
Down as well. I'm really looking forward to this as well. Benjamin from the back here. He's my tip to win, believe it or not. Assuming his issues are fixed, he's my tip to win this race. From the back. So that's a big call from me.
Don't commentate this person again, mate.
Sorry.
I'm going to go with Brko.
You're going to go with Brko? I reckon Brko is a pretty safe choice here. No offence to your old man, but if Brko had got past Latino a bit earlier, I feel like he probably would have won that race. So
yeah,
it's interesting. So I'm going to go through the grid a bit. So obviously those two on the front row. We've got Latino in third. He was pretty strong last race. Brett Geraedts had a lonely old race, but we'll see if it brings it. Something brings it back into him. Matt Cecil in P5. Peter Richards in 6th. They had a good battle last race. Claimbite in 7th and Stenny in 8th, and I believe they had a reasonable battle last race as well. With Lachlan around in 9th with his troubles. Dodger had his own troubles and he was 10th. And yeah, Benjamin Dahlia lines up right off the back of the field. And I have moved my mouse as I've been requested to. So unsure what the grid's like here, why we've got a blank space. But as they say in the business city, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So not much pressure here from Steve Warwick to get off the line, because he's going to have a fairly big buffer into one. You'd imagine, as long as he doesn't screw the start, and I've probably cursed him now.
Yeah, I guarantee you have.
Green flag.
And drive through for Stenny to come from the start. But yeah, Steve Warwick.
Mate, I don't think you cursed him. I think you've actually...
He has got an amazing start. He has got an amazing start. Oh, it's on in the background.
Covers.
Oh,
It goes deep.
Brko is deep. Pause this camera. I want to see what's happening in the background as they come through here. Benjamin Daly has made a handful of spots.
3 spots straight away. Probably 4 now.
Watch the field come through, and he's been pretty conservative, but I don't blame him. No real need to make a rush move in this 16-lap race.
No.
With the pace that we've seen that he has. Now Brko is putting the pressure on Warwick.
This is probably my old man's biggest test so far.
It is your old man's biggest test so far, to have pressure from a guy like Brko, pretty experienced sim racer. Not that experienced, but does a fair bit of sim racing around the grounds.
Done well for the opening lap though.
Has done well for the opening lap to hold him up.
Hopefully Cuz can get back into this as well.
Yeah, hopefully Cuz can be back up here, and it's a 3-car fight, and I still feel like Ben is going to be coming at these guys. He's now dispatched Peter Stenberg. He's backed off of it. I think he's realised that he's got that drive-through penalty hanging over his head. So I'm going to go back and have a look. So, yep, Peter Stenberg's coming in for his drive-through penalty, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, Benjamin is up to P7. I expect him to come through, and Brett Geraedts is
I've been watching that car a bit, and I've noticed just as he finishes the corner, the car will get sideways. So he's either got a very high rear spring rate, I should say, or the rear bar is very stiff.
It could be very, it looks like it could be a very loose car. My car's a very loose car, but corner exit doesn't really do that kind of behaviour. As we see, Benjamin has made a big pass on Peter Richards, so he's now up to P6.
Yeah, I think Peter just saw him coming and goes, yep, off you go, mate.
Yeah, no need to fight it. So he's only 5.6 seconds off the lead. I'm genuinely serious here. I reckon that he's got a very high chance of winning this race. But we all know that motor racing is a funny game.
Sure is. That's why we love it.
It is why we love it. Everyone predicts it. And Brett Geraedts has gone completely off the road, which we going to get a replay of that, because I wondered, we saw Matt Cecil come through and I wondered where the hell he was. So I'm just going to get a replay of that.
Turns it in. On the spot.
It's just completely just missed the corner and just gone onto the marbles on the concrete apron and gone off the road. He's managed to hold, only lose the spot to Benjamin and Matt there, but tell you, Peter Richards, for a guy that's pretty new, like, I don't know much about him. I know he did a test race with us and he raced last round at Perth, but he's a guy that isn't actually, seems to be a reasonably handy steerer here in the mid-pack of this field. So, been impressed.
Did you see Brett as he got to the top of the hill there? Turned through?
Yeah, that car is lively as. That's a very lively car setup.
Escape would say we're riding sideways.
It's the most lively setup that I can see out of everyone here, for sure. That car is not looking like it's fun to drive. This is just costing Benjamin here, being stuck behind these guys, but he's probably going to get this pass done there on Matt.
Saying that though, Matt's done well.
He has done well, he has done pretty well. He made that little mistake there, and that's
Let him
what's
go.
got the spot. Yeah, well, awkward corner to go side by side through, so he's just decided to yield. Knows Benjamin's the
7.5
faster driver.
seconds.
So he's got a
13 laps.
Yeah.
12 laps. 13. Oh, it's Peter Richards.
Peter Richards has gone round into the wall, and he's... What's he going to do? It's a retirement.
Well, we said that,
Peter Richards has retired from the race, and so is Stenny, by the way. So, that's 2 retirements already, and we're 4 laps in.
we said that Brko probably had the pace over my old man, but I tell you what, my old man's gone out and set the fastest lap of the race.
He has, he's gone out and he's proved me wrong.
So maybe he has, maybe he did save those tyres in the last race.
Maybe he did. What's the difference between main and Super 2? I've been asked in the chat. Quite simply, the pace difference. Pole position here today was a 27.7, but I'm going to ignore Ben. These guys roughly doing, fast guys in this field are doing low 28s. Fast guys tomorrow night will be in the 26s, so roughly 2 seconds lap time difference. Guys in the main field are reasonably fast. And obviously they go back to about the tail ender guys of the main field are about the same pace as the front guys of this field. So, got a wide split of guys in this field from guys that are sort of half experienced. A lot of these guys in this field aren't that experienced sim racers. There's a couple in here that are more experienced than others. But it's just more you're getting into it and you want to have a go, and you're not the fastest, but you want to have a bit of a race. Where tomorrow night, you see a lot of guys that have been sim racing for a very long time and pretty experienced at it. That's your main difference between the two series.
Yeah, and hopefully tomorrow night, fingers crossed, we should have Brody Kostecki back.
You should have Brody Kostecki back,
run.
so...
Adding here for New Zealand?
We did have Brody Kostecki for New Zealand, yeah, and we should have him back for tomorrow night. Yeah, Super 2 is really your place to start if you're new to this. You're new to AMS, you're new to sim racing, and you just want to have a go. It's the place to start. Where like tomorrow night we've got guys like Dame Warren, Ethan Warren, Jake Maloney, top guys of V8 Scops, and also, without bragging myself, your Sean Allens, and then obviously Brody joining us. So it's quite a high ranking, quite names of Australian sim racing, that's for sure. Guys in the main split drive the ZB and the Mustang, yep, and these guys are restricted to the Ultima, the VF and the FGX Falcon.
Yeah, it's the little incentive we do. So if guys want to, push themselves to be main drivers, they get to drive the flashy new cars.
And another incentive we offer as well is the guys from this field. Normally we pick the race winner gets entry into the main race immediately.
Well,
And
free.
Well, it's free. It's free to race, but the winner of this race gets entry into the main field tomorrow night. And so sometimes, depending on the field size, up to the top 5 get an invite for tomorrow night. So that's a bit of incentive to do well in this series, to give them a go, and they get to come up against the main guys, and sometimes they do pretty well.
Pretty much, if you've got the pace and you can hang out in the top 5 and Super 2, you can come up and have a go.
So you see Lee Jackson in the chat said he's practiced against the Warrens on iRacing. Yeah, well, to put it in perspective, main series, Dame Warren has won all but one race of the series so far. Or actually, Ethan won a race, so he's won all but 2 races, and Ethan Warren claimed the other race. So they have been absolutely dominant so far.
They have.
So we're looking back, so RSM Latino's dropped back a fair bit. in this race on this battle pack, and Benjamin Daly is still the fastest lap of the race, so he's now up to 4th. He is not messing around. He's 7 seconds off the lead, but he's still a big ask at this point.
He's made half a second in about 3 laps, so he needs to be going a little bit quicker.
He needs to be making roughly a second a lap to be able to get to Brko.
In saying that, he's got to pass these guys as well. So.
He does have to pass these guys as well. He's made, since I've been watching him, he's already made half a second so far this lap, so...
Just makes a slight error. A bit sideways. It's good to see that he's worked it all out and he's back and he's fast, so it's good.
It is good that he's been able to fix his technical dramas. So I know how frustrating it is to have dramas in your sim in a race. If it was me, I mean, I'm passionate and I'd be back for this race, but if it was me, I'd be throwing stuff and I might not even be back for this race. Do you use your own setup like Cartoon? We've been asked in the YouTube chat. Yes.
Yes.
Main Series and Super 2 is open setup, although one thing we do try to do, although I didn't do it for this round, is we do try to put a setup out for guys that aren't that experienced to have a go on, so they've got something that's used as a base, but yeah, it's all your own Cartoon.
29.4 that lap for Ben.
So he's made a fair bit of ground on Brko. What was Brko's last lap? I'll see if I can get it up. I don't have it up.
Brko's reeled in my old man though.
He has reeled in your old man.
The gap was 1.6 2 laps ago, so going along. So tyre wear's starting to come into it now.
Well, tyre wear's definitely going to start to come into this phase. I feel myself from my runs I've done, about lap 7-8 is when my car starts to hit an edge where it becomes very hard to hit the same fast lap times, and then you're really time managing from that point onwards. So it's just where it's how hard they've gone at the start of the race is going to start to come back.
Well, in saying that, losing a second, that could have just been an error somewhere. So
Could
see what he does this lap. He's pulled away a little bit here.
Definitely put a bit of a gap here.
Oh, it's flat. Like Dodger's moving to the right.
Is it Dodger? I'm just going to have a swing the camera, and your Dodger has lost his engine by the looks of it. Go and have a look if you want. My claim boat's around as well in the background. Yeah, Dodger has parked there. How long has he been there for? Had the replay quite a long time, so I'd say that that's another retirement.
Yeah, last lap was a 29.1 for Steve Warwick there, so it's very consistent looking at his lap times. He's done a 29.1 at least 6 times, so.
Well, that's we can see at the front of this field here, the guys being more consistent and guys further back, but yeah, I'm actually been really surprised by Steve Warwick this evening. Consistency's been his weakness in this championship, that's one thing for sure, and tonight he has been one of the most consistent drivers out there.
Brko's on him here now though.
Brko is on him, and as I say,
Probably mirror watching now.
Brko does a fair bit of sim racing and has a fair bit of experience, so when it comes down to tyre management and stuff like that, I expect Brko to have a bit of an upper edge over Steve, but the other Steve, they're both called Steve.
Yeah, why is there 2 Steves at the front? Like, guys, come on.
It's confusing, but it is what it is. He's got away from him again. It's a bit of an up and down.
He must have a good last sector.
I feel like, Warwick was better in the last sector.
30.
It was a 30, so the lap times have dropped off massively considering that we're in the...
He runs wide at turn 1.
We were in the 28s, the high 28s, low 29s at the start of this race, so we've lost a second lap time wise.
Well, he did a 29.1 last lap, and then that lap was a 30.0, so...
Brko didn't really close in either, so...
Interesting.
It's very interesting. He's closed up in the first sector, so... Brko catches him in the first sector, and then Warwick pulls away in the last sector. I'm going to refer to them by their last names, even though that's confusing when I'm talking to you. It's very confusing.
That's fine.
But I don't feel like this is over at all. Keeping an eye on my timing screen as well, and I can tell that Benjamin Dahlia is ever encroaching RSM Latino, and that's going to be a race that's going to be on very shortly.
Tell you what, Brko had a bit of push through Corporate Hill. I guess he was a bit too close to Warwick, which is weird to say. Oh, small error. So I say you got a bit of aero wash there, because these cars do put off a bit of aero wash when they're very close behind.
They do put off a bit of aero wash, especially at a track like this one.
Which is very cool for a simulator.
It's pretty cool.
Back in the 29th, 29.7.
29th. I'm going to do a bit of a stock take while we're 5 laps from the end. So we've got Steve Warwick who's in the lead. Or is Brko closed up massively there? Or do I do a stock take? I'll do a stock take. Yeah, Brko's in P2. So he's now all over the back of Warwick.
He might have a dive here.
Oh, he's going to have a... I'm going to stay with this because it's too good to look away from at the minute. And these guys battling could really help Benjamin Dahlia, who's now only 4 seconds behind the race lead, so he's closed that gap.
Technically this was the second last lap of the first race, so
Yeah,
a bit of the unknown territory now.
This is where the time management all starts to come into it. Now that Warwick's pulled a bit of a gap, I'm going to continue with the stock take of look at RSM Latino and Benjamin Dahlia, who are close together. Matt Cecil's in 5th in a lonesome race. Lachlan Moran in 6th. Plainbite in 7th, and I noticed that we've had Brett Geraedts, Dodger, Peter Richards and Stenny all retire. So we've had Brett Geraedts retire without our knowledge, so I'm not sure when that happened.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, it's really going to hurt his charge in the championship.
See what the lap times are this time around.
Keep a bit of an eye on that. I'm going to have a look at Latino versus Dahlia.
29.3, so that's very consistent from Latino.
He's very consistent from Latino. He's basically matched his best lap and we're on lap 12 of the race, so
saving a bit of tyres.
Not really affecting him. The thing is though, where is Benjamin at?
Oh, look at the front, it's close.
Yeah, it's close. We're going to go to the front of the field because this is on. Both these battles are on.
It is on Crompo.
It's now only 3 seconds between both these battle packs as well. So Latino and Benjamin together are both catching these lead 2 cars. This is what you want. This is
great. This has been great racing at the front.
Has been great racing at the front. I feel like these guys are all pretty close together on pace.
Yeah, no, it's good.
We
had Benjamin do 28.9, my old man do 29.0. I think the others have done a low 29 as well, so these 4 have definitely been the standouts, that's for sure.
Definitely have been the standouts. I mean, I sort of called that before the race, that I said that there was 3 that were going to be close and Benjamin was going to be ahead of them, but obviously Benjamin with his dramas has struggled to make the impression that we thought he would. I'm going to go back to that battle though, because he's in the draft now and this is going to be looking for a move. Oh, I don't know about turn 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a move at turn 1.
I wouldn't do a move at turn 1 myself. Getting up to the podium would be a good recovery for Ben.
Or even getting to the back of these guys, that's, you know, shows his pace.
Does show his pace. It's definitely been an unfortunate race weekend for himself.
What looked promising to be a pole and a double win.
Has entered with a DNF and a potential podium, which is still not a bad recovery, but yeah, not what he would have been hoping for.
Not at all. This race has gone by very quickly.
It has gone by very quickly, I will say. same length as tomorrow night's three main game races. So
Yeah, 3 races.
if it goes fast as a spectator, I'm sure it's gone fast as a driver. Unless you're Steve Warwick, I feel. If you're Steve Warwick, I don't think this race has gone fast at all. So I know Brko's dropped off of him now, but so...
Yeah, he might be cooling down the tyres, but look at this.
Here we go. It's pulled out. This is going to be sketchy
Maybe he
into
will
turn
make the
1.
move at turn 1.
It's up there far enough, but his
Gonna
car's
do
going to
it.
back out.
Oh no, Cuz has gone for it.
Cuz gone for it, but he's wide.
Oh, great job.
Great job from Cuz there. That's...
It did look like Ben backed off a little as well, but I would have thought Cuz would have backed out a little bit as well, but just went for it, which is very cool.
Turn 1 there, you really need, one of you really needs to yield, and it was Ben that did the yielding, so if I'd have been on the inside there, I wouldn't have been yielding.
No.
Myself, I would have been making sure the car on the outside yielded, but it's too close between both these guys. Noticing as well there's a close battle for 6th position. Which I might flick to at some point, but I want to see what happens here, because I feel like,
Close back at the front again too.
He's close back at the front
The
again.
closest he's been into the last sector, so usually
Usually
Warwick
Steve's,
runs away.
yeah, usually Brko's very, very good in the first sector, so
If he can get a draft,
I'm interested to see what happens here as well, because Dahlia is on him again, but turn 1 isn't really a great overtaking spot. You've really got to try and set up into turn 2, so he's now on the outside of him. What's he do? He's backed out of it. But is he going to try and set up for turn 2? That's what I'd be trying to do, yep.
Here it comes.
Here it comes, he's down the inside, Cuz has squeezed him right to the white
That's
line.
a big squeeze.
That is a
he's-
big squeeze.
Oh,
That was a bit defensive there from Cuz, I feel.
Cuz has definitely lifted his aggression game up.
He has definitely lifted his aggression game up. That was quite aggressive. So I'm going to go back here because
this
the
is
lead,
close.
it's on for the lead now between these two. So Steve Brko was very, very, very close into that first sector there to turn 4. And I feel like if Brko's going to make a move, it's going to be into 4. That's where he's fastest, is the first sector. He needs to have a good last sector and try and get with him so he can have a run into 4. As I've noticed that a claim bite has managed to make past Lachlan Horan for P6. So that battle, I will just go to it quickly just so you can see that that battle has ended that way. Matt Cecil would have a very lonely race by himself.
Yeah, that would be quite boring.
Would be quite boring, but still a good result to get top 5 nonetheless.
These 4 showing their talent.
Still on
Oh, look at
lead.
this. Close.
This is the closest it's been. This is the final lap of the race as well, so now if I was Brko here, I'd be setting up for, he's done the double apex here, he needs to get a good run off turn 3 here, he needs to have a big dive into turn 4, he needs to just stick it down there. Because I don't feel like he's going to get close enough in the rest of the lap, and I don't feel like he's got a good enough run either. He gets really close to him here and he's just not good enough in the last part of the lap. Oh, I was just to say that. He's had a dive. It's on the background as well.
Starting to catch lap traffic here. Please stay the other road.
I'm going in the background because it's on between Dahlia and... Oh,
Oh, look at this. Run wide.
Cuz has run very wide.
Yeah,
And he surrendered that spot. He surrendered that spot to so I'm going to go back and have a replay of that. Great. Where did that come from? Just to get a replay of it, like.
Oh,
Just wondered how it got to him.
very defensive from Cuz.
very defensive from cars, and then he got the run out through there, and it was sort of all she wrote. Or Cuz sort of outbroke himself, and that's what gave him the spot. So anyway, we missed
That's the end of the race.
Warwick winning the race, but that's Steve Warwick with a 2 race wins today, with Brko in P2 again. Benjamin Dahlia, incredible recovery to get P3 in that race. With Latino 4th. Matt Cecil's about to cross in P5. The claim bite's managed to 6, which I feel like is a pretty good result for a claim bite.
Yeah, it's good.
So he's managed to stay on the lead lap.
To help with his championship as well.
Will help with his championship. He's currently in P10, and it's been mostly done by just finishing, staying out of trouble, not doing what the others at the back have done, where DNFing and getting involved in incidents.
Yeah, DNF's definitely hurt. I learned that last year, our main championship.
So when the last of our finishes, Lachlan Horan was a lap down. Yeah, how's the... actually, I've been told about the finish. I'm going to see if I can get a replay of the finish of this race. Bear with me, because we're going to have to move on. I've been said the gap is very tiny, I've been told. So we completely missed this. We completely missed this. Thanks to everyone in the... Thanks to the team in the chat. Brko got a very good run off the last corner. He got the draft. I'm going to stop that line. Wow. That's
Great
probably
race.
the closest race that we've had in Super 2. That's incredible.
Testament to both those guys. Like, they were at each other all race.
They were at each other the whole race, and to finish .042 between one another at the end of that.
Awesome.
Very awesome. So, that's incredible. And I will point out that that's Steve Brko in P2 again. He's got the most P2s of anyone in this series with only the 1 race win. So, but very good night for your old man. So we wait to see if any of these guys want to come in and have a chat.
Double race win. Very good.
So, I see that Steve Brko's down there. Might bring him up for a bit of a chat in a second. So's Latino as well, who was on the podium in the first race. So, just looking for something that I've lost on my screen. I'm going to bring those guys up. Oh, I dragged Steve and he left. Hi Steve, how are you going?
Yeah, pretty good.
2 P2s tonight. How'd you find it out there?
It was a bit of a battle. Not gonna lie. I had some really good competition out there today, and yeah, I'm just wrapped that I could get 2 seconds. Almost got the first in the second race, but he just got me over the line.
Yeah, we missed that live, but we caught it back on the replay there because we were watching the battle for 3rd place. Yeah, you missed out by .042 of a second. So that was a big race-long battle between you and the other Steve, who were getting confused by both calling you Steve. But yeah, big race-long battle between you two guys, and then race 1 you had a big battle with RSM Latino for 2nd place. So been in the battle zones tonight.
Yeah, just stuck to my racecraft, listened to my crew chief, and just followed instructions where I could. And yeah, managed to get 2 seconds, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, pretty good result for you. You've had a number of seconds in this championship now. I just brought that up. I don't even know. You've had more seconds than anybody, that's for sure. So only the one
well,
win
someone's
so
got
far.
to do it.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. But you've been very consistent with your second place results, and yeah, only very narrowly missed out on the win tonight. So well done to you. Next round we head to Winton, I believe. We actually go to Winton. So what's your thoughts heading into Winton?
That's going to be a real tight track. Thoughts on it? It's not a fan favourite, but for some reason I do well there. So I hope I can continue that and do well.
I can understand that, mate. It's not one of my favourites either. I'd much rather race this track than Winton, but unfortunately, it's on the calendar. So I wish you the best of luck when we get down there. Assuming you've done pretty well consistently across the tracks that we've been to so far. So best of luck when we get to Winton, and we'll see you there.
Thank you very much, guys.
We've got our double race winner and round winner with us. The other Steve Warwick. How are you, mate?
Good, Kurt. That was something else. Hey, that was fun.
That was a pretty impressive result from yourself tonight. I was talking about it in the pre-race stuff about how you've been fast at most of the tracks that we've been to so far, but you've really sort of struggled for consistency and getting the result at the end of the race. And today you managed to put it all together, be consistent, and hold on and get 2 race wins, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Steve gave me a real challenge there in the last one. That was really good at the end. Kept me on my toes, and I thought for a while there he was going to get me, but yeah, I was able to hold him out.
Yeah, no, pretty impressive finish there, going side by side across the line. Kept you on your toes the whole race. Like, you guys were only separated by, I think, a maximum of 1.5 seconds the whole race. So, yeah, definitely a race-long battle, and you did well to withstand the pressure.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I thought I would have buckled, but I'm pretty happy with myself.
I'd be pretty happy too, yeah. We sort of thought you might buckle as well, and you've managed to deal with the pressure and get through in 2 race wins, which is it's the best result you can possibly hope for. So
yeah. I think I learnt to not become excited with the throttle, and because that's been one of my major problems. I get excited with something and I'm just gone. I lose it. But no, I controlled it pretty well.
I know how it is, mate. You see the mirrors, you see the gap, and you miss your braking marker, or you get excited on the throttle, and it's all done, and you're around, and all the hard work's done. So well done for not succumbing to that, and I wish you best of luck. I'm assuming you're going to be back tomorrow night with us in the field.
Yeah.
So
I enjoy running around with the quicker guys. It's good learning curve.
It's a good learning curve.
Yeah.
So if you guys are quite a fair bit quicker, and I wish you the best of luck at Winton. How do you think you're going to go when we get to there?
Yeah, she's a bit of a slippery old place, that one.
It definitely is a slippery old place.
Yeah, I had a bit of a run around there not too long back, and when it was up on the server, and boy, oh boy, she's slippery.
Oh, well, best of luck when you get there. Hopefully you can try and keep this form going that you've now created for yourself, and yeah, best of luck.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Kurt. Enjoyed it. Thanks heaps.
No worries. So I'm going to drag Ben up and talk to Bam. How'd you go, mate? Good recovery to get from the back to P3 in that race, but yeah, not good about your struggles in the opening encounter.
Yeah, I was after practice and qualifying. I was really hoping this could be a good round to get maybe 2 wins and get closer towards the championship fight again. But yeah, unfortunately, the sim rig just wasn't cooperating for that first race. Luckily, I got it sorted out for the second race and was able to get a podium, so that was pretty good.
You're glad you got you sorted, mate. I know how frustrating it is. We sort of suspected there in the opening laps you were having some kind of drama in the sim, because I just tell by the way you were driving and what all the stuff that was going on. But yeah, we sort of called it after qualifying. We cursed you. We said that being 7/10 on pole, you were going to dominate this weekend, and that all went wrong pretty much from the first lap. So I also picked you to win the second race, and you did pretty well to come back through the field, but you didn't quite get there in the end.
Yeah, I was pushing in that second race, but at the same time, I was trying to think about the tyres and not wear it out. I was listening at the qualifying when you said when you were pitching for me to win. I thought, no, this is it.
Unfortunately, we've cursed you, and yeah, I should never be allowed to make predictions again.
Now, well, that's just happens sometimes with racing, especially in sim race. You can get this technology that plays up, but yeah, just got to look toward the next round.
That's exactly right, mate. Next round we head to Winton in this championship. How do you find that track?
Yeah, I do enjoy Winton. But it is very tight. It'll be hard to make overtakes. So I think qualifying is going to be quite important there. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a slippery place and it's a tight place, and qualifying will definitely be important. So if you can match your qualifying performance from tonight, I'd say you go pretty well down there. But at the same time, I don't want to curse you again after tonight. So I wish you the best of luck.
thanks, mate.
No worries. And I'll bring out Cuz, who had a podium in the first race, and we'll have a chat with him. RSM Latino, Cuz, how are you, mate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a bit quiet, but I got ya. Podium in race 1. Race 2, you just narrowly missed out on the podium there on the last lap after a battle with Benjamin. Yeah, tell us your thoughts.
Tonight it was an awesome race. On race 1, I was just having a battle with Steve, and I was just trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I've always been a nice guy, and I just wanted to get these podiums. But in the second race, I ran wide in the last lap in the pin there, and Dalia just got me, and yeah, I wanted to get that third place, but yeah, didn't go as well. But I'm happy overall, man. It was an awesome race tonight.
Yeah, you did well in both the races to hang on in those battle packs. You lost the spots there right at the very end in both those battles, but you did well there, and we picked up on it as well. We said when you were racing Benjamin that your aggression's definitely picked up tonight, so it was something we noticed, and it was good to see that you were a bit aggressive, but unfortunately you lost in both of those battles.
Yeah, it's something that Kye's been working on, and tonight I just showed a little bit of that. So hopefully I can get a little bit better at it, and and hopefully the race can get better and better, man. I'm happy with tonight, so I'm very pumped up.
Well, I believe, mate, you should still be continuing to lead the championship after tonight. So you've had a pretty consistent performance throughout everything that's gone on so far. So I wish you the best of luck in the future. We head to Winton next, where we were meant to go this round. How do you feel about going there?
Well, tonight it's it's even though it's a Sydney track. I'm a Sydney boy, but it's not my favorite tracks. So, but going into Winton, I've been working on that. So hopefully I can put up a good show there.
Hopefully you can put up a good show there. It's not an easy track, and interesting. You're a Sydney boy and you're not a fan of the track. Cole's a Sydney boy. He's a fan of the track. I'm Perth boy, but I'm a fan of the track, and I'm pretty sure Steve Warwick's a pretty big fan of the track after tonight as well. So, but yeah.
Me and Steve thinking about it the other night. I said we have to put a good show because we're Sydney boys and all that. So he definitely put a good show, Steve. I'd like to congratulate Steve on a good race. Yeah, he done very well, man.
Yeah, no, he did do very well, and I know you guys do some practice in the server together, so it's good to see that it's paid off for Steve. That's for sure.
Yeah, he did, man. I just like to thank RSM and Car as well too for being my mentor, and thank you boys as well too for putting up a good show. So looking forward to Winton.
No worries, mate. Thanks for coming, and we always enjoy seeing you out on track and having a go. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night as well. And best of luck.
Yeah, I really appreciate for the invite, boys. So I'll see you tonight, boys.
No worries. See you then.
Bye. Catch you.
Well, Cole, I don't know if you're still there, but
I'm here, mate.
I think that's pretty much everyone. I know Matt's muted, and Stenny was a DNFer. I don't even believe he's in his thing. He's down there in the waiting interviews, but I don't believe he's in his rig. So I think we might end it on that. Thank you everybody who tuned in for that. I think that was two really exciting races, and yeah, what were your thoughts, Cole?
Yeah, it was good. Good for the old man to get the double win. He deserves it after past few rounds, getting nervous and stuffing up and losing a good result. But yeah, that's the best result he could ask for, was a double win. So I know he's over the moon. So it's very cool.
It would be, mate, especially at the home track, and there isn't much more you can ask for. If you win both the races, even though you may have made a couple of errors, you can focus on going to the next race. There's not too much you can really complain about when you come out of a weekend and you do everything you need to do to get the win. So,
well, that's right, 100%.
So,
and yeah,
definitely made big improvements this round as a driver to not crack under pressure, and that's really the step that you need to make. It's you can have pace, but the big step into being there's a difference between a fast driver and a good driver, and the step is being consistent and being able to manage situations like that when you're under pressure from people, and that's where he's really stepped up tonight. So, big congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's very cool.
So we might leave you with that there. I've got some highlights from our non-championship round at Oran Park, which I'm going to wheel into, so that if anyone who wants to actually watch that, they can have a look at that. But that's going to be it from us two tonight. So thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in tomorrow night for 3 16-lap races with the professionals at the helm of the broadcast, and also a bunch of the best of Australian sim racing on the racetrack. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.